Let's call the meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the work session here, Southampton Town Trustees, December 15th. I'll ask Secretary Treasurer Warner to call the roll.
Scott Horwitz. Here. Ed Warner, I'm here. Chip Marin.
Here.
Joe McLaughlin. Here. Matt Parsons.
Here.
We're all here, Mr. President.
Nice to see everybody on this beautiful, hot, sunny day. Not. Let's jump right into the work session here. We've got 20 Ludlow Lane, Pratik Dalal, represented by Cole Environmental Services. Good morning.
Good morning.
Been working on this one for a while, huh?
A little bit, yeah. I think this is
Seems
should
like
be
an
the
eternity.
final piece.
Certainly needs to be resolved.
Yes.
Definitely an issue. I'm going to let you describe your latest iteration of,
Sounds good. So we originally started, as you can see previously on the screen, there's a long stretch of 1,000+ feet of bulkheading leading to our client's property. And it's sort of been eroding over the decades. And so the DEC pushed back on a revetment going the full length. And what they've requested is just the closest point to the house and limiting to where the rocks are currently that are there. So we've designed a smaller revetment that is designed to protect the house and, to kind of hold the line there. And then we're going to do a living shoreline, native plants and fill for the rest of the property. So it's a much shorter revetment, about, I think, 40 feet, with smaller stones and sand and plantings, behind it. So right now we have the DEC permit. You guys should have that in the file. We have Army Corps notice that we comply with the nationwide permit and Department of State as well. So this is the final permit for this project.
I don't have a problem with it.
With the DEC's permit, how long of a monitoring is recommended or on the?
Yeah.
So we, as the trustees, we could mirror our permit, which would be similar to what the DEC.
Yep. For this one, it's 85% survival with 5 growing seasons.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to be interesting, because I don't have a problem with, agreeing with what it is that the state wants to do, but I'm skeptical in terms of what its effectivity is going to be, because that's a severely dynamic area.
I have seen this condition in all DEC permits that are coming in, and it seems like it's more appropriate for like buffers, making sure that people put on, landward buffers to protect the wetlands. Yeah, I'm not sure, even if we tried our hardest, if we could continually get plants to grow there.
Your client has an issue. There's no doubt that there's an issue, and the dynamic has changed to the entire system.
The state's mandating the planting on the other part?
It's on one of the conditions. I've seen this be put in with all DEC permits, so I don't know if it's just a standard boilerplate. Because I would push back on them if they're required.
I'm certainly not, in this point in time, going to hold your client up from protecting their property.
Yeah.
Okay? But I just wish you success in this project in the future,
Thank
because
you.
you're battling Mother Nature in a difficult area, and you could see the effects,
Yes.
right? So,
Well, one thing that we do have is, with our permitting process, is we have an initial 1-year permit, and then you can get 4 more, years afterwards. So if you're gonna need a monitoring process with the DEC, you can apply for the next 4 years, and then we can get a good understanding of how the erosion is gonna be, if there's any mitigation caused by this, hopefully there is, that it's not, or exacerbated on one side or the other. So we can get a good idea with these living shorelines and these smaller rock revetments in areas like
someone's
this.
going to have to, keep an eye on it, because you may be asking for modification or something else, depending upon how it all goes.
The other thing was he keeps getting seaweed buildup, which he's worried, the client's worried that will, if we plant small plugs and courts if the seaweed is then going to, smother them. So I just wanted to ask the board, can we put in a sand fence to keep the seaweed from coming up to our plants?
That,
In like a snow fence? It's probably gonna end up in the
that's,
bay.
you mean seaward of the project?
Yeah.
That's counter to pretty much anything that's ever really done. It defeats the purpose
but
of living
it's-
shoreline.
It's a natural
but I
process
think
where
for a
the seaweed
temporary-
sheds off, and then it basically just, dries up there and then goes back into the environment.
I think he's trying to just have it as a temporary till the plugs take root.
I think that that's just counter to anything that's ever generally done
Okay.
with seaward of a project like this. So I'm not really sure that that's,
I just think it's a shame the state's tying your hands on this one.
Yeah.
There's nothing
And I
really.
do know of at least one place where the homeowner did take it upon himself to put these fencing up, and it precluded people's pass and repass, and then it became a neighborhood
I think-
issue, so I'd rather steer away from
I
that.
think,
And in
yeah.
light of this neighborhood, I think you want to
Don't put
avoid
it-
controversy.
I don't think, I think that's totally out of protocol. And I think
Yes.
that, I think you need,
He should go down there and have his landscaper remove it,
The seaweed.
and put it in a nice pile, and then make a nice compost with it, because it
Exactly,
works
yeah.
good on tomato gardens.
exactly. And
Sounds
we used to
good.
gather it up and we had the best garden,
Yep.
it was unbelievable.
Yep.
An issue back in the dunes last spring where that snow fencing was trapping horseshoe crabs above the
Right.
high tide line.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Got that
That's,
one, yeah.
But we won't
that's
do
not,
that.
that's not a good idea.
Yep.
All right, so at this point, it's been going on for a while.
Yes.
Right? And I don't think this is the last that this board's gonna hear about this. So I would say we advance this,
Stamp plans.
yeah,
Yeah.
pending the stamp plans.
Great. Sounds good. We'll get them and resubmit.
Nice job staying on it.
Thank you.
And could you please submit the report that
Sure.
the DEC gets to our board here?
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
that we can take a better look into these projects, because we have been approving these living shorelines
Definitely.
with a caveat that we get a report so that we know it's something that we can use as a tool moving forward and try to eliminate some of the more hardening structures around the water.
Great.
Have a good one. You got anything else?
We got one more
I have
from
one
me.
more, yeah. I think that's
why don't
yours,
you-
Matt?
Meadow
do
Lane,
that?
West Hampton.
Yes.
Good.
So, all right, this one is another living shoreline project. There is just a small amount of erosion underneath a dock. So we're proposing to just put some stones just behind mean low water, some fill, and some intertidal marsh plantings, Spartina alterniflora, Iva, Peyton's, Baccharis, to just hold the land where it, where it should be to stop more erosion.
Right. We had talked about this a few months back. Has something changed?
The only thing that's changed is we went to the work session. You guys noted to remove the jet ski floats, so that's been removed. We have our DEC notice of complete application, so I don't expect any changes at this point. We've done our notice of posting, and we've submitted to Army Corps and Department of State, but I'm not really expecting too many comments. It's just a small kind of living
So what's
shoreline.
on there? I see a floating dock 6x20 and then outside of that is another floating dock?
To be removed, that's the jet
To
ski
be
float.
removed,
to be
that's the jet
removed.
ski float?
Yeah,
Alright. So
when
I
it-
guess on your final application, you're gonna want to not have, you're gonna want to have it,
remove the
just,
whole
just
thing.
don't have it on the
Okay.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No longer there.
yeah, so that way we're not, there's not a confusion when somebody comes to inspect.
Right. Not a problem. And yeah, since we have, I don't expect any comments from DEC. Can this move to stamp plans, or do you guys have any comments on the design of the?
I like it.
Well, I think we
Your
just,
current plans are stamped.
They're stamped by a surveyor. I know we need engineer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, move it.
Well, you're gonna be changing it anyway with the float that's on there.
You want him to remove the jet ski float instead of just saying
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
removed.
Okay, not a problem. Yeah. I'll
on the plans, that way when
actually
the bay
remove it,
comes,
yeah.
And
avoid
because
knock
there's just a
inspected,
6x20 there, and then if they want to apply for an actual jet ski float to the trustees at a later date, they can.
Okay,
Avoid confusion.
Yeah.
so that sounds good to me. Okay, great.
Have a good day.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good holiday.
You too.
Max New York Management, 322 East Montauk Highway, Hampton Bays, OMB Law. morning.
Sign this paper, I guess.
Yes, please put your name, contacts on there, so if you have questions, we can contact you. Yes, Joe, it's a big application. The request is replacement of an existing upland timber bulkhead that now interfaces with the high tide mark with a new 4-foot high, 8-inch thick poured concrete retaining wall with upland returns encircling a new OWTS measured 48 feet along the southerly line of the mean high water mark, 37 plus or minus feet along the westerly line, and 48 plus or minus feet through the center of the property along the line of the dwelling, 37 plus or minus feet along the easterly line, as a group design, shown in the survey, maps, plans submitted herewith. See the cover letter now. I understand you're, James, are they gonna,
I think you guys changed that. I think you're leaving the existing bulkhead and putting the.
yeah, because this is what we have right now, what was the original application, right? And you have correspondence with Mr. Bruin and
Yes.
I believe the clients?
Yes.
Yep.
Good morning. My name is Tahir Qureshi, and with me is Greg Williams and owners of the property. We are proposing the renovation and uplifting of the house project. And part of that project is the replacement of the sanitary system in the rear of the property. The project has gone through the various reviews from the DEC to Town Environmental to the Suffolk County Department of Health Services wastewater management for the proposed work. In the rear of the property, we are proposing a retaining wall along the rear line of the property, and it's got about 35, 38 feet returns on both sides. The retaining wall, which
When you say the rear of the property, it's the bay side of the property,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Which is technically your front yard when you're.
okay, yeah, depending on
I want to make sure that everybody on the board understands.
Exactly, it switches.
Okay, so usually, the highway part or the public street part is, we call it
Usually,
front.
usually.
Usually, but in your case, in this case,
This case.
You are correct. I'm incorrect on stating that the front of the house or along the front property line, we are proposing retaining wall. That was required by the health department to protect the sanitary system, IA tank and cesspool, leaching galleys, and then because we have to lift it up to a certain elevation. To provide the clearance from the groundwater level to the bottom of the leaching pool, and some other reasons, the retaining wall. The retaining wall itself is a main protection for the front of the house from the wave action or some other type of storm, water wave actions. So the retaining wall we are proposing is elevation about 8, the top of the wall, and the street elevation is about 5.2. So we have much higher protection for that. Now, the question about the existing bulkhead, wood bulkhead, which I think you have the permit and the old plans were submitted. The bulkhead, as we see it right now, is in good condition. It does not have any signs that is in bad shape. So it is serving its purpose right now. Right now, the original bulkhead, the wood bulk has the dead man pile is provided in the back with 3/4 inch tie rods to connect into it to provide the stability. So what we are proposing is to cut those tie rods and connect them into the retaining wall, as we provided you a new section recently, last week, I believe it was submitted. So that the dead man, which is going to be now the retaining wall, which is about 8 feet tall and 50 feet in the front and 30 some feet on each side, it's like almost 160,000 pound. So that dead man definitely is a lot better than, 8-inch or 10-inch pile, which was provided in the original plan or original design. So for that purpose, the bulkhead, existing bulkhead will be much stable. Now, I think the question has come up that, I was informed by our attorney that, there is suggestion to be replacing it. We don't see the need for it to be replaced as it's serving its purpose, it's in good shape. So it's,
Currently, it's currently a functioning
take
bulkhead.
it out and, put it back, the same thing, we don't see the need. But we do agree that if there is need for it down the road in future, there is a, situation where we have bulkhead is, in need of replacement, repair, or reinforcing, that definitely we can look into it. We don't have any objection to that part.
Was it naval style?
It's a regular flush bulkhead. Everything's behind it.
It's not naval?
It's standing straight up now. There's no engineering issue.
No,
And you're gonna attach those tie rods to the new structure at 160,000 pounds.
Yes.
Professionally engineered with stamp plans.
Yes.
Yeah, And
And
the
then
tie
it-
rods are all good. I
And
was there.
the
I-
original concern on this is that there was no understanding that the concrete bulkhead was gonna be 8 feet below grade.
Yeah.
And, or an 8-foot total, 4 foot below grade and 4 foot above.
Yeah.
Because that was the biggest concern, is that we didn't have any determination of that the concrete bulkhead that was, well, at what the original
wall.
application, there was gonna be a removal and just the concrete, which we were kind of a little scared with, especially because we didn't realize it.
Yeah, what you're
The
saying
original,
now.
so now you're saying you're gonna have a
Bulkhead.
8-foot overall bulkhead, 4 foot under.
Yes.
We don't know how deep the sheething is originally on that bulkhead, but I'm guessing it's somewhere similar. So, yeah, so I'm fine with it. as
How
long-
old is that bulkhead that's there now? Do we know? What's the prior, what's
We
like
have
the
the-
prior
we have
permit?
the
What is
permit.
it?
I'm gonna say it's probably in the
Permit
90s.
application
So
right
if it's in the
here.
90s, it's still
No,
standing straight and
Scott,
true.
I was there.
Now, March 1981 is the
81?
permit application
81.
plans.
And it's still straight and true. We don't
It is.
have anything going on, so that's telling
And
you,
then the dead men, the new dead men are gonna be tied in directly to the concrete.
It is gonna
core.
be the concrete.
so you're,
Yeah, that sounds pretty
It is much
bulletproof.
stable than what
Yeah.
you have now. It's actually
think
improvement
you're-
on that end.
look, you're addressing my concerns, I can tell you that, so.
100%.
The
Yeah,
the
all the-
original proposal that was told me by your attorney is that the bulkhead was going to go and the retaining wall was going to be all it was going to keep everything
The bulkhead's gonna stay.
right. But if the
There was
bulkhead is
some-
staying, then I would agree it didn't need any
There was
sheathing.
some misunderstanding, I think, on that part, and then we did have a conference call with attorney Mr. Van Bruin last week as he's on vacation out of state. And he did mention that part that, there was maybe something, he said that.
There was some
and-
confusion. I had a
It
long
was an
conversation.
outright statement that it was coming out.
Based on the
That's-
clarification, I think we're good.
I think
Yeah.
we're good.
No,
Yeah, well, yeah.
Thank you.
I think this is the last thing which is holding the permit. I think once we have sign up from you.
I mean, I
we
would
can-
say that there would be a special occasion, a special, base condition attached to the permit, that if the bulkhead was ever to fail, that it would need to be replaced in kind and in place, right, or in place, not in kind. Because you might want to do the vinyl or whatever is
Yeah, it'd be
is current.
improvement,
Yeah,
that.
As of, as
Improvement.
it's proposed right now, it's, for me, it's satisfactory for me. So, and I think the board is good with it.
Ed, two things.
The other question you have?
James?
Need an updated cover sheet. It says that the
Okay, so that Mr. Van would, the attorney would.
Then we need this plan stamped, this, side profile. The
Oh,
new side profile that
section
shows,
which,
yeah. will be-
Yeah, we will
Yep.
provide you that.
And where are you at with the state on this? The state has approved this?
Everything's approved.
Okay.
DC, environmental.
This the last permit?
This is it. Actually,
This
we
is the
were,
last thing, and we're hoping to make it within 7-year timeframe.
Well, we took a big challenge on after Sandy, I'm gonna say that.
And this is the first type of application like this that we're receiving, so we want to make sure we get it right.
Yeah.
No, I understand that.
Yep. This is gonna be,
Yeah.
All right,
thank you very much. Thank you.
Here.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, the next one that we have is Cormorant Drive LLC, 35 Cormorant Drive, Hampton Bays, represented by the owner. State your name, sign in, good morning. So this is basically just a redo because you didn't start because of whatever reason. Now we're just gonna go back and do this now.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah,
So
no
nothing,
changes.
no changes, so,
It's
Previously
exactly what-
approved application has been vetted by the board, so, and it's similar to the dock that is currently just west of where you are right now.
it's just unfortunate. I guess we went past the time.
We went past the
It,
time.
it happens, and this is why we did the one permit and then 4 renewals, because you can't get things done in the time frame sometimes, so.
Sure. And my work required me to be out of the state, the last 18 months, so.
All right, so James, do we got stamped plans for this?
Yep.
Okay, so we can move it.
Move it,
to the-
move it to, well, we got stamp plans.
Yeah.
Just advance it.
Advance the
Advance it,
resolution.
yep, we'll advance it to the
Advance
next,
it, thank
to the
you.
next meeting.
So you signing in?
No,
Sign in. That would be great, and then we're good.
thank you.
Let's see. That's all you have, right, Ed?
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Murto.
Have a great
Thank
one.
you.
Take care.
Bye-bye. All right, so now, Joe McLaughlin, you have
Squabble.
8 Squabble for Ink Consultants.
Now, what's gonna happen, because that's what happened last time, am I gonna get a bill I gotta pay for it? I'll get it in the mail.
You'll get an invoice and.
My name is Tyler for Rent Consultants. Susanna wasn't able to make it today. So, have you heard this application before? I'm not sure.
Yes,
if you're
it's
up to date on
gonna, just to a quick recap, but I know there were some questions about the village ZBA, and we weren't sure what the status of that was. I've been talking to the building inspector, I guess I don't know what the status of your client's application is with the village.
Yeah, so we haven't applied to the village yet. Susanna did speak to the building inspector and the ZBA, and they don't have a set standard
Okay.
for Phragmites cutting.
Is this the Wickapog Pond one?
Yes.
All right. Let's not get carried away with this
Yeah.
one. It was a very clean application last time.
Right.
It was basically our jurisdiction was established.
So we'll,
So, it's not an obtrusive, over-the-top dock.
Right, no, I just wanted clarification for the record, but this board's always honored what the village has done, so whatever they decide with that, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But as far as our jurisdiction and the placement of the dock, I believe last time everybody had no problem. It was just
Yeah.
a concern of the Phragmites.
Correct, yep.
yep.
So that was the only
I
thing.
think we can advance it to
Yeah,
pending stamp plan. We need stamp plans,
stamp
correct?
plans,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get us down to the deal.
Don't run away.
I'm not going far.
All right, so that's that. You good?
I'm good with it, yeah.
You have, what else you have with us
I
here?
have,
We have 192 Toad
Tab.
Point.
Yep.
Toad Point.
it's on me.
Yeah, so this is a new fixed dock terminating at a fixed platform. The most recent plans have the dock extending 60 feet into North Sea Harbor, which is, I think, the limit for the town code.
I believe that is in Blue Book, right, James? Is that 60 feet is the max in Tap Point?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
And there was one of the neighbors that did reach out to me and had some concerns about the length of the dock that would impede down there.
Do we have a bathymetric on this thing?
You should.
Are we
I
in?
have 1 foot right here.
Yeah.
So that's all a fixed pier, obviously.
Yeah.
What's the depth of water where the T is? Oh, here it is.
1.5.
Yeah, so that
I
would,
think I have sound there.
Did you just go to the GIS quickly? Are there docks in this area? One there.
Couple small ones here.
I don't think I have any soundings.
Yeah, high water comes all the way up to the bulkhead here.
Yep. Again, there was some concern about some neighbors with their view shed slash, I guess,
is there any stairs for pass and repass here?
There's existing stairs, yes.
on both sides of the proposed dock.
Oh, to go over the dock?
Yeah, because the dock's only gonna be 4 feet high, so it's gonna be kinda low to walk underneath. Normally, we would ask for Passover steps.
Okay.
Right, James?
Have a advice for that.
Yeah, there's gotta be Passover steps.
Because people walk that beach all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Do that.
I think I'm pretty good with it.
Pretty good? Or very good?
Very good.
Move it?
I'd say, yeah, go
We,
ahead.
we need the Passover steps. We need.
Yeah, just-
you-
yeah,
You need to
yeah.
show that before we can advance it, right? I mean, you can't do it
Well, I mean,
pending.
We just have.
Because then it's gonna have to be stamped with that on there as
Right,
well.
and-
Yeah, if you're gonna have pass and repass steps, they gotta be on the plan. And I
Yeah.
think that's always been a standard.
Want to amend the cover sheet too, or no, is that necessary?
Yeah, you wanna have it recognized that there's
Yeah.
steps for Passover.
Yes,
have
if
pass and
you can
repass.
amend the cover sheet for the steps, and then we'll go from there. But, looks good to me.
Yeah.
And there's no railing, correct?
No proposed railing, no. There's
Is there a
just
ladder on the end of that?
There is a ladder, yes.
Are you,
Yeah, see,
are you
Yeah, all
taking,
right, there it is, yeah.
are you taking out the existing steps, are you taking them out, are they all being taken out, or no, is this what's in the pictures?
I'm not sure, frankly. What do you guys think about that? The existing stairs there down.
Well, you wouldn't need them because you'd have the Passover steps on the
Right,
dock, so
right.
you can
Yeah, I just
go up
wanted,
the Passover
Yeah.
steps and
I just
then,
wanted to clarify that you were taking them out, yeah.
remove anything from the environment that a storm can take away and, was this just.
so then the
Yeah.
existing steps should leave those there, and then you will pick up your access off of the pass and repass steps.
Right.
Yep.
Okay,
It's cleaner.
makes sense to me. Okay, so, you want to revise plans and then? take it
Yeah,
from there?
revise plans, bring it back to
The
work
steps,
session, and then
yeah.
we'll, the next board will
Yeah.
And
advance it.
Maybe.
amend the cover sheet
Maybe.
to say that you're gonna have pass and pass steps, yeah.
Okay,
All right.
all right.
That's all you got, right?
That's all I got.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
That's good, thank you. That's on hold.
I got, Big Fresh.
Frederick Van Wyck, 101 Big Fresh.
This is the swim platform that came a couple months ago.
Is this the address of the property or?
Your address,
Your
Okay.
contacts.
your address. So we can find you.
Thank you all. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, you're up. Morning.
You too. I represent the owner, Mr. Wick, who's looking for a permit to replace an existing platform.
So, hold on a second here. So we have,
This was the one where
So-
the system came in?
but we have, your name is?
Right, Capone, Utah.
I'm not, yeah, okay, you got that? Okay, just making sure, yeah, I don't have that.
Representing.
Yeah, I don't have that.
No, it doesn't say that on the,
I don't have it. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Yeah, thank you.
So he's just looking for, it's a direct replacement of an existing platform, 8x8,
Swim
I
platform.
own the, car-
supposedly
yeah.
over
An
20 years
existing,
old.
Yeah, yeah.
existing permitted or
The current one
unpermitted?
was not to Blue Book, I don't think.
So it's not permitted. The old one.
A current non-permitted
Was not to Blue Book.
platform, correct?
Correct.
So,
It's
you-
a- it's-
so basically, this is
New
and
application.
you want to replace it, so it wouldn't be considered as NAS-built, because it's a brand-new construction.
Right.
Yeah.
And what our
So,
approval in Big Fresh is 8x8 on a float?
Swim platforms
So, but-
are
whoa, whoa,
allowed
whoa,
to
whoa,
be
whoa.
8x8.
It's a free-floating swim platform, it's not attached to anything.
but hold on a second. So there's one there now?
There's an existing one that's unsafe, though.
So
It's
there's
been
an
there.
existing platform
That
that's
was not,
there,
that was not the Blue Book.
not to Blue Book, but now we're applying for this
Correct,
and,
yes.
and amending it to Blue Book.
Remember the assistant came from Jersey, this is like 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to get to where, I mean, that's not he's got it there.
So you just,
Seasonal, right?
yeah,
Well, he's got it there now,
And
so
as
they're
bed,
gonna.
you'd be using the old dock.
Yeah, I
He's-
get
he's
that, I get
removing
that,
it.
but
it's all going. So this is basically new construction, 8x8 float, and that's all that's gonna be there is an
That's
8x8
it.
float, nothing else?
That's it.
So then
No
that
catwalk,
complies,
no attachment, no.
okay, so that complies to the Blue Book?
And
And
it's a new application.
it's a new application, and we only have, basically, it looks like PVC floats and then a wooden top on it?
Correct, there is a wooden top.
A stone anchor?
Made out
They're
of-
proposing mahogany,
non-treated.
it's on here.
Yeah, mahogany's fine.
Let's see.
Is it just the one anchor on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Just be a concrete anchor.
Right, what's the line between the anchor and the structure?
Yeah.
The line would be a chain.
So this is saying hemlock or pressure treated for the framing, right? So that's, but that can't be.
No.
Hemlock would be fine.
It says the top is mahogany.
With the, and the
Structure.
The framing can't,
framing.
CCA.
This
the
is saying,
framing can't be CCA.
None.
Can't be CCA?
not per, no,
No CCA at all.
With fur,
it's gotta be it's gotta be under,
fur's gonna hold up as well as your
That's
garden
fine,
variety
we'll do it any way
CCA.
you need.
it's gotta be Blue Book compliant
Yeah.
material, so you're gonna have to familiarize yourself with the current Blue Book regulations and utilize a material that you feel is appropriate that meets
No
that,
CCA at all.
meets
How about
that
the
standard.
decking?
Decking could be
No
anything
treated
but-
lumber,
Yeah.
period. That's how it is.
Mahogany would be fine.
Just not treated. right?
No EZQ, no CCA.
Excellent. Thank you.
So
All right.
the cover, the cover sheet says, treated, so that will have to change, but the
Yeah.
plans are actually, doesn't say treated.
Yeah, but
So-
that's,
So I'm
but
just
that,
saying, I'm just saying that
Yeah,
nothing
well, that
needs to be changed
paperwork-
on the Plans.
right. So you gotta, this has gotta go on hold till this
Yeah.
all gets tightened up.
Let's clarify it and come back so we can.
Clarify
get-
it,
yeah.
synchronize your plans with your cover sheet, and because when the inspector
Match
gets there, it's all
Blue
gotta
Book.
match. Correct.
Yeah,
Dude,
Absolutely.
and you could just do the framing and fur and the top and mahogany if that's what you deem the most
But the
efficient.
framing and
The
perfect.
frame, yeah.
So you're on hold.
But be sure you have that in the cover sheet.
It's all
the
gotta,
cover sheet and the plans.
Make
need
sure
to-
that's all in the application.
it's all gotta match.
It's all gotta match it, not a problem.
To make
Thank
sure
you,
the
Tony.
framing is not treated, they should be probably taking pictures during construction before you put the decking on top of it, because you might not be able to see all the lumber underneath. So I would recommend you taking pictures through the building process.
Understood.
All right?
Good,
you,
clear? Just look at that Blue Book regulations, it's online, it'll show you, okay? All right. And you got, Library Avenue Owners Corp., 35 Library Avenue,
So Gita, right?
Seascape Dock and Bulkhead Inc. Anybody here for Seascape Dock and Bulkhead Inc.? Okay, what do you wanna do with this?
Can we work on it without anybody?
We can.
It's a
What is-
simple one.
What is it?
It's just that, remember that, taking out those 290s?
Yes,
Just that, just cleaning that up.
okay. So you want,
Modification,
it's a modification, it's a minor modification, right? Very minor.
Very minor.
not gonna change any of the, linear feet of the bulkhead, it's just, taking out the 90-degree angle and making it straight.
Straight, going from 2 points in the straightest way, it's gonna make for a better structure, it's a common sense modification, in my opinion.
It's already been approved for the bulkhead for
Right.
the entirety of the.
It's just
It's a detail.
an audible that gets called in the field that makes more sense for the project, it's minor, but it needs to be
It does need to be.
modified, so I would advise we do it.
And they have stamp plans too.
I would advance it,
I would advance it.
Agreed.
advance it. Okay, so now you got Richard,
Mr. President,
Yes.
we have a 23 Redwood here.
Okay.
Requesting to be walked on, it's WLNG, correct?
okay, we could do that. We'll do that, you wanna do that right now?
Well, we're done with the, general permit, so I wanted to keep it with the general permit.
Yeah,
But
okay.
if you wanna wait
For
and go through
general,
the
no,
rest-
walk it on, let's
You
go.
wanna have a vote to have it walked on, or just walk it on?
I don't have I don't have a packet, but yeah, we can walk it on. We've got a
Motion to
pretty good
walk
idea.
on WLNG.
Second.
Seconded, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
So now it's official. You're walked on, you walked up, you're here.
Good morning.
Morning.
So, we're, as you know, trying to replace our existing tower And we're in pretty dire straits with the condition of our tower. So our current permit from the DEC also expires early 2026. So this is a straight replacement. It cannot be in the same spot. Our existing towers currently has been in the wetlands for 63 years. We have, the new spot is out of the wetlands, which is very favorable for the DEC. And we just, we're in process in the village as well, hoping our building permit, that we'll be receiving that this week. They had 2 additional letters from engineers that came to look at the tower to see if there was anything at all that we could do, even in the current state, to assure that it wouldn't collapse at the moment. But we're hoping to get your approval for an emergency replacement.
Well, we can approve the removal.
Demolition, yes.
We can approve the demolition, but as of now, we have no proof that your new construction is in our jurisdiction.
Well, what do we get?
So we still haven't received the mean high water line on the survey or the plans to see if the current location of the tower is in our jurisdiction either. So that's been our request for.
We did give you the, from Brandon Streb, I sent he red dotted the line showing that it's in your jurisdiction. I have it, I can send it to you if you need.
Okay.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I could say,
It's been sent to
We've
Charlotte.
sent it previously.
Yeah, sent it to Charlotte as well.
Yeah.
And then.
we don't have it, she's shaking her head no.
No?
I don't think it delineated the mean high water. It was the points.
Hi.
It was on there, but.
Yeah, he did the red dotted line to show jurisdiction. I think he did that one, and then he put mean high water and low water on the bottom left. I'll pull it up.
yeah, we've had a lot of correspondence on this one as far as like what we've actually needed, and we spoke with you directly on the phone, so I think you kind of know what we need in order to just get this through for you, so, yeah.
I think where we're at now, obviously, is a work session, so we can't make any formal resolutions or approvals here, but this is the nuts and bolts mechanics of working on these projects. I think everybody understands the importance of WLNG in the community for obvious reasons, and we would like to help you, okay? Just that we need, when you're talking about, jurisdiction, we need to make sure that the structure is soundly within the authority of the Board of Trustees. So we did get some paperwork, ran in here, it was turned into the office. I think there was still something that was needed to show part of the footprint of the new structure being within the trustees.
I think she's concerned with the old one right now. We can't even improve
Are
the
you
old one.
concerned about the old one or the new one?
Both, right?
Wait. No, first of all, can I send this again? Because
You can send it to Charlotte. I mean, and what you should do is have a conversation with Charlotte and James. Because like where we're at right now on a work session is the last meeting at the end of the year with a newly seated board popping in January.
we're going to lose our DEC permit by
Well,
the time you meet again.
by the time we meet again,
And we sent this in with Judge Burke. We had him
right,
bring it
right.
into us.
Judge Burke, right, we turned that in, we
Yeah,
have that.
and
But
that
I don't
was-
think I don't think with what Judge Burke brought clearly showed what you're saying, that it was soundly in.
It does, but I can send it to
pull it
you.
up now and
Yeah, I have
show
it.
it?
Right.
I mean, I
That'd be
just
great.
don't. So it's this one, and there it shows the red dotted line with the existing tower. Because we can't demolish the old tower without having a new tower, or we'd go off air.
We can't have that.
Yeah, so we,
That would be called out of business.
Yeah, we can't do
Where's
that.
the new tower laid out compared to where the old one is?
so the new tower is in the wetlands,
The old
sorry?
the old tower is in
The existing tower,
Yes.
sorry, is
Yeah.
in the wetlands.
Yes.
So it says red dash line represents 10 feet off of existing wetland boundary. Does not say mean high water. Like, you need to show the mean high water.
I know, but you were first saying there's 2 things, from what I understand. One is that, is it in your jurisdiction? That
I was gonna say,
answers
hold
that
it over till
question.
this afternoon and do it.
Mean high water is
Get it
trustee
done.
jurisdiction.
I
Mean
know.
high water is seaward is trustee jurisdiction.
You're just needing a.
Not
Okay.
wetland
But
boundary.
yeah, we don't deal with wetlands.
Mean
Something
high
that
water, that's the-
soundly
that's the
puts
most
Okay,
the
you put it,
structure
I
in
think,
the
on the bottom
trustee's
left of that
jurisdiction
drawing,
where
but
everybody
not showing the
standby
line.
goes.
See, part of it is that we have, we are using, we, paid through Verizon, right? This application is 6 years old. Verizon received all the approvals. They were going to build the tower for us, but that was buried by the village of Sag Harbor because it was not a replacement in kind. Bill and I asked Verizon to pull their application, knowing that we would possibly lose the permit with the DEC, and said, please allow us to put our own in and save the station. So we did that with the village and with you through Jane. We're trying not to have a whole new survey done, because we paid them that time to have that survey done, even though it shows cell equipment on it, which we're not putting now, we just are doing a replacement in kind.
But
So
you're not doing a replacement in kind because you're moving the actual structure.
We are doing a
Well,
replacement
it's-
in kind.
that's a little different.
Can I
You
just
go
say
right
on
ahead.
this part, because we cannot take down the existing tower, and we'd go off air, and put it in the same
No, I
spot.
understand, but it's
That's
not
what
an
makes it
in-kind
in-kind.
replacement, because if it was an in-kind replacement, you'd be putting the structure on the same location that it is now.
Or at
So
least,
this-
how close can you build
This
this?
is as close.
No,
as
I
we
understand,
could
but it's
get.
not considered an in-kind replacement. According to the trustees of the original tower that's there, that's right now, that you're asking for a demolition permit, because you've not been able to give us any substantiated evidence that the location of the new tower is in our jurisdiction, and it's probably not a conversation this board is gonna have. Our only concern right now, and I'm judging by the looks of the overhead, is that the existing tower location, I'm 90% sure that it's in our jurisdiction. And we can sway judgment on it, so we can agree to the fact that you can demolish that structure when time permits. But as far, it's not an in-kind replacement because you're utilizing a new location for the tower.
May I, most people who come with a shed or something else that doesn't have antennas of a working station could do that. We cannot do that. And as we did on Millstone Road with the town of Southampton, you proved that you gave us an in-kind replacement for that tower
We're
as
not the
well.
town of
But not the
Southampton.
town of
I know,
Southampton.
I'm just
yeah.
saying, they did the same thing because, I just want to finish. That we cannot go off air, right? And with OSHA and we didn't dictate where this was going to go. The foundation company said, this is as close as we can work to your existing tower and have
Right,
our
so-
people safely do it.
Right, I get
Is the new
that.
proposed tower landward or seaward?
It is landward.
So it's clearly out of our jurisdiction.
No, it's in your jurisdiction. It's within 10 feet of the water line. It is.
It doesn't matter, our jurisdiction is at the water line.
It's at the water, high tide mark.
See,
That's
where
why
where we would take, here's where the 10-foot, here's clarification of the confusion, is that, just like all these other projects that we were discussing, there's engineering involved. You have these folks talking about their septic system and the bulkhead and the retaining wall and cutting tie rods and fastening them back into that. So if you have part of the engineering, okay, I don't know if there are anchors, are there something that's going into this tower that's gonna be soundly in the trustee's jurisdiction from an engineering standpoint, then that's where we come in. You follow me? We don't go into like, okay, we're starting this 10 feet back and that's what we're gonna do. It's when there's something that's part of the engineered structure that ends up touching into the trustee's jurisdiction is where that all comes in. What I don't understand is, for something that's as important as WLNG, and for what you're talking about from an engineering and common sense perspective, why we're not, all jurisdictions around the table, figuring out how it is that we make something happen that's so important to a community. I don't understand that.
I can help you understand that.
Thank you.
It's called politics.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can help you with that.
I mean, and that's why
Because we've been doing this
yeah.
for 6 years and have spent $250,000 in legal fees.
But that's
So
why,
abiding
That's why I asked when we were on the phone, and I asked Judge Burke this when I spoke to him on the phone directly. I was just like, can you get part of the new structure a foot over the high tide mark? And we've said that for the past 2 months.
Sorry, I think maybe if it were put into writing, because what we understood was within the 10 feet from the water line.
No,
That's what
I said a foot
So
over the, I said you need a foot past the high tide mark.
No, actually, it's a dueling, we're on,
Yeah.
our 6th building inspector in Southampton. So we're on our 6th
so there's no-
building inspector.
There's no continuity.
And I'm being told that we don't even need your approval.
So listen.
One of the things that they said
the
to me,
new-
why
for-
are you even showing up for the
You don't need our
trustees?"
approval for the new construction. You need our approval to demolish the old construct, possibly. I'm gonna say 90% sure, judging by the location and having steamer down there,
Yeah.
that it's in our jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Can you give us that at least, because of, that's step 2?
But I need
eventually-
all I need is the mean high tide mark on the
But do you
survey.
understand, they put it on the survey.
That's not, it doesn't say mean high tide mark.
They're telling us they need so hold on.
Yeah, I just need
They're gonna charge us $8,500 to come back to WLNG and do a whole new survey just so that you can approve the demolition of a tower that's been sitting in the water for 63 years and is clearly in the water,
But right
we'll
now.
spend the money, but I'm just saying, this is
But
the
right now,
nonsense.
but right now, your biggest concern is the construction of the new tower, correct?
Correct, which I
Because
guess
the
is not in
the
here.
demolition of the old tower is only gonna take place once the new tower is constructed, correct? So you got,
Demolition of the tower could take place tomorrow
No,
if we
but
get a
you need the-
65-mile-an-hour wind.
but you
It's
need,
that
I
old.
understand, but you need the new tower put up first, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
so
so-
you've got plenty of time to get a permission from us to prove that there's a mean high tide mark.
So if I may, I'm
Yeah.
very, excuse me, please. Very frustrated, okay? I understand what it is that you're saying. What you said, your answer to me, I get that, because when I'm sitting at this capacity, all I see is issues and problems that need resolution regardless.
Yeah.
Politics, okay? And I'm frustrated because there's a lot of dots that have to be connected here, and you're 6 building inspectors in, and continuity is an issue. Continuity is an issue with us. You have the majority of this board. We'll be finishing at the end of this year, and you will have a new seated board. And you have all these requirements that are there relative to making sure you get the jurisdictions proper so that you can get what you need done. So I'm a little frustrated because I'd like to help keep WLNG in business and on the air. They've been, iconic to our community and so important. I just, at this point in time, I feel like my hands are tied and there's not a lot that I can do for you because I don't have what I need, and I am not going to be here to help you with continuity. But I think the
May I
public.
ask a question?
Sure you can.
If we get our building permit, do we need anything from you? If we get a building permit?
If
'cause
you're in
that
our
is-
jurisdiction,
For the
if you are,
demolition, yes.
if you are in our jurisdiction, if there's an activity going on in the jurisdiction of the trustees as explained, even if it's demolition, the answer is yes. Okay, yes, all right?
You
And
got
thi- and this
your
board-
AM copper grounding rods, like we were just discussed,
Yeah.
are clearly in our jurisdiction.
They're in the bay.
We don't have any AM
We don't
copper,
have
but
any
we don't
AM
have
copper.
any.
The grounding rods are
The
gone.
AM
Yeah, they're
station
all
was
gone.
Yeah, but
sold
the-
decades ago.
But the parts
that
to the
was, that's
structure-
all in the bay.
They've been
It's
taken out.
it's all been taken out when they sold that decades ago, as per Gary's Sapien.
still in the.
It's still there?
I trip over them every time I go
And
clamming
don't,
down.
we're trying to help you, but you kind of want them in
Yeah.
the bay right now, is
Yeah.
what I'm
The
getting
ones
at.
toward the
grid
building
system.
have all been removed.
The
Because
whole
then
grid
it's
system that's in there.
in our
Large
jurisdiction.
wires, small wires.
We need to
it goes
get
in the
you-
bay
We're
now.
trying to
For
like,
yards.
For our
all we
board,
need is a proof. We just need something on a survey that says mean high water.
Removed even some
And
of the
everything
water.
will go
but there's
really,
still
really
some-
smooth on our
They
end.
put it on there, you need.
It doesn't
this.
say mean high
Where we
water
get our
mark.
jurisdiction for the the original town, because it's part of the town.
have the
So-
line in mean high water.
It says it on there, it doesn't have the line. Is that what you need?
Yeah,
You
we need
the
a line on the survey that shows
You
mean
move it
high water.
landward further?
Yeah,
And
to the water.
it's $8,000 for
Yes.
them to do that.
I think that's what we were working on. Look, I'm a meteorologist.
I'd say
I know
call
what the
around.
mean high
There's
tide
probably,
is.
you might be able to get a better deal from another
Long
surveyor.
time.
I
You don't,
spent,
Mr.
I
Evans.
spent,
I know you just gotta have somebody draw it onto a plan.
I spent
I'm
40
sure it
years-
shouldn't cost them
40 years plus of my life down there
Cost
climbing,
you
so I'm very
$8,000 to
familiar with
overlay
it.
the mean high water
We're
mark.
trying to help you out, but we
But-
need certain
What you need.
specific information
Yeah, they don't have to do all
given
that.
to us so that we can make a determination on.
You're upset?
Whether we're.
I'm frustrated.
I'm frustrated too because
I'm really upset.
we've
I'm
had this like
upset,
2 years.
and I'm frustrated
Yeah.
because I want to help you.
We've
I'm
had this
trying
for
to
3
figure out
months.
how I can help you. And the circumstances here are just,
Can you file an extension for the DEC
I was gonna say
permit?
that.
Yeah, but that doesn't help the 28 people that work and live there from risking death, which
Well-
is, this tower was told, we're going to possibly lose the station and our insurance, because I'm becoming more and more vocal because we knew that this was supposed to be replaced years ago. This is beyond. We had 2 engineers that we paid for, seeing what they could do so that we could satisfy our insurance company. It is dangerous to leave something like that up. We've done everything that we could. I understand now better what you need, but if that were put to us in writing, it would have been helpful, because it was like a game of telephone. I put the mean high water line, I had them do that part, and hoping that we could not have to pay them to come back on site to put that in. So irregardless, I understand what you need, and this part seems like it doesn't matter until we get a building permit from the Village of Sag Harbor. It stays as it is.
The tower,
I would concur.
The tower's failed a load study. The tower is.
No, I
not-
understand. We
it
just
doesn't
make sure you get your ducks in a row with the DEC permit.
Well,
Don't let that yeah.
we're not worried about that so much as we're just trying to satisfy you guys.
Well, we're satisfied as
in
long
the
as-
village of
yeah.
Sag Harbor.
I'm
This is
trying to
just-
figure out what I can do for you.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out what I can do for
Honestly,
you.
if we
Say
get a building
yes.
permit,
That's why you can
if we
help
get a
us.
building
Well,
permit.
if you need to show us the documentation that puts it soundly in our jurisdiction.
Okay.
Or
That's-
soundly out of it, one or the other.
Right
Well, if
now,
it's out of it, then we've got no say,
Right.
right? Then we can't say.
But we're definitely gonna have a
we-
stay
we-
on the demolition. Because, I mean, it's not proven on the survey, but Eddie and I can attest to the fact that there's a very good probability, above 90%, that the old tower is in our jurisdiction. Yeah, the new
So there's
tower,
100%.
Oh, yeah, you've been there.
yeah, the new tower is contingent, according to Eddie Burke, and I had a nice conversation on the phone, because I was trying to get this smoothed out prior to this board getting changed over. You know, the multiple times, I was just like, we just need a mean high tide mark. But
Is there
but as far as-
communication
yeah, it's a
breakdown with the
communica-
engineer,
yeah.
the surveyor? Is that what the issue
these
is?
surveyors, we paid for this 7 years ago. We paid through Verizon. I don't want to go through a whole new survey just so you can tell us to knock down the tower that clearly sits, but they won't add it.
Still need the building permit for the new tower, right? Or is that in motion?
Nobody, it's almost approved. We're
Okay, so
hoping
that's
that-
great. I mean,
No,
that's,
we don't know. It's, they had 2 more in the last week. They had 2 more building inspectors. So apparently the one that came as an interim now left, and now there's another acting person. So
if you get the ball in motion with the construction of the tower,
Dog in the
the
fight.
decommissioning
Yeah, but
part
we
of
don't
it is
have
gonna
it
be
shown
smooth
in
as
our
silk with us. It's
jurisdiction.
not gonna,
I
it's not gonna
understand
But
take
we're not
the
holding up the
new board
village
coming in
issuing
a
the
long
building
time
permit.
to.
So that's not
to
our
pass that.
concern.
So I wouldn't,
No, that's true.
if you get the construction of that underway, which I'm giving it true blessing to have that happen. As far as any permit that you need from the trustee boards to decommission the old tower, it's gonna be pretty smooth as silk. It's not gonna be a long, drawn-out process at all whatsoever.
I think I'm more worried about staying in business
Yeah, we,
on the air.
We're in a very nice situation for the town of Southampton, for the village of Sag Harbor. You have 2 radio stations of this magnitude. We have a second radio station, and this is why we need a tower. We need to put a dish on the new tower to go with WLNG. We have 2 stations. And no town in America has this size, 2 great radio stations this powerful. But we gotta have a tower to stay in business. When we bought WLNG, we had 11 employees. We have 28. We're about to go to 35. So we're a great employer, but that all goes away if we don't have a tower. Towers were started with Marconi, we still have towers. We're wireless. I don't care how many people tell you there's the internet and all this other stuff. That doesn't work.
Sir, with all due respect, you need a new tower. We don't necessarily have anything to do with the new tower. You need the old tower to stay in business until the new tower can take over the load. I would focus on getting the new tower built. We're the least of your headaches.
We're not saying you're a headache.
No, no, no,
I'm
but we're the least of your
I'm saying
problem.
we're here because we
DEC
were
is gonna
told
give you
we
a
could seek an
construction permit,
avenue.
not
through-
us.
If it
We were
was,
told you might be able to help us.
if
That's
part
why
of
we're here.
the, right, if part of the engineering was just like the prior tower in part of our jurisdiction, but the documentation that's been provided to staff for review has not revealed that per our discussion, and that's,
Okay.
therein lies the issue, because we issue a permit that's outside of our jurisdiction. We can't do that, right? We don't have the authority to do that. Trust, it's a trust, so as long as it's in the jurisdiction of the trust, then we're okay, but that's not what the documentation shows right
I
now.
think we're all in favor of,
Yeah, we want this to go
having
forward.
LNG
Yeah.
survive and be profitable and move forward, but if it's not within our jurisdiction, that's another whole different conversation we
The
have.
Sounds like you need a
documentation we have
construction
doesn't show that.
permit.
We're just-
Focus on the village.
May I ask
make
you,
sure the
in order
DEC
to have-
permit-
We're focused on the
Wouldn't
village.
you
Well, no, no,
have
you don't need us.
old documents
Okay.
showing
Construction.
that, like, we weren't the
Okay.
owners then? Do you have any, does the town of Southampton have any documents showing that you approved the existing tower? Because wouldn't that be proof enough that it's in your
We
jurisdiction?
need to do a FOIL request for our office when the tower was built. If, it would probably have some kind of discussion. I mean, over the years, we've had multiple questions like this, and we always can find, if there's something discussed as the Board of Trustees about that tower and LNG, I remember them when they put the dock in there and the electric boat and everything. I remember all of that, but 63 years ago, I was only like 3 years old, so I don't remember that. But if it was discussed as the Board of Trustees, it would be in our minutes.
But for clarification
You
purposes.
can look that up, by the way, online.
Online.
But for clarification, just so that you understand, even if that happened, are you able to find that information? If this new structure is being placed landward of that area, we're still in the same place. You follow me? You've got information, but the fact that that structure is being built landward of that point is still problematic for our board.
Unless there was
You follow me?
erosion that happened.
No, the new structure, from what I
yeah,
understood,
exactly.
you don't have anything to do with, and it doesn't matter. It's just the
Unless
the
there's-
demolition of the
Demolition's the
existing.
least you worries
So all
right
you
now.
know
Yeah.
is you need to see the existing tower is in your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Which, how would that tower have ever been approved if it wasn't in your jurisdiction?
Because it could have been approved by a town building board that wasn't even the trustee board.
Right, so if I can find, though, by a FOIA request, something that says that, that would save us from having to do a new survey showing what we all know, is that it's in your jurisdiction. Because it's sitting there in the water, and we've pulled it out of the
They're
water line.
focusing on the wrong thing.
Right, that's what I was
Again,
trying to say,
You
yes.
need to build your tower.
Yeah.
The old tower only comes down when the new tower is taken over the job, correct?
Correct.
Go focus on getting your permit and get it started before your DEC permit runs out. We're not the ones holding you up. The village not giving you the building permit is where you need to be camped out and screaming, not us.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I just want to also understand.
But in the meantime, get us the survey that has the proper notation. Judge Burke's office does a lot of permits for a lot of agencies. You weren't asking for anything they didn't know. They just didn't put it on they didn't put the right notations that we need.
Yep.
Okay.
We have a specific notation we have to see.
This is, yeah, MHS, high water, yeah. I mean, that's all we need. And there's a good possibility, as I spoke with you, that anybody could superimpose that on the current survey.
Tim McCully in Burke's office can put it on for you. He's not gonna charge you $8,000, so.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
And just make sure your DEC permits
Probably
are
charge you
extended if, just because you don't want that to cause a hiccup. So make sure whoever's doing your permitting is that they're up to date with those DEC permits so that this can be expedited as fast as possible, which is what we all want to see, believe me. I wanted to see the new tower location in our jurisdiction. That would have been ideal, but it's just not possible right now.
Understood. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you. All right, we're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's why I wished it. All right.
That's
So we did the walk-on. So let's go general permit applications for determination for final stamp plan review. We've got 12 Marlin for Dynamic Legal.
We're all good?
That's it. You got a couple here. Edward, you got Liberto Liberty Trust?
Yep. 61 Inlet Road, Shinnecock Hills.
They changed it to PWC float as requested. And it's stamped.
Okay. Nicholas Lapunov, 60 Bay.
6 Bay.
6 Bay.
6 Bay Road.
Shinnecock Hills.
Yep.
Good.
Okay.
Thirty Redwood, good. 60 Bay Ave.
Stamp.
Good.
Good.
We're good.
Good. Guys getting that? You getting that? All right. We got some waterfowl hunting location permit. I have Shakira here. It's always nice to see Shakira here. Good morning. How are you today?
How are you guys doing?
Morning.
You're doing well.
Morning.
All right. So the first one, we have Kevin Miller, permit number 7079. He wants to transfer it to Kevin Booth, Willie Miller to Kevin Booth. The Bay Constable is approved it as long as you'll do.
Okay. I'm good. You good?
Good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And Donald Bennett III and Donald Bennett Sr., they submitted it late because they didn't receive it in the mail and they don't have email.
Okay.
All right.
And it was approved as far as the Bay Constables.
Yeah,
They've had these lines for decades.
Yeah, I don't have a
Do
problem.
they have all the proper documentation?
proper
Okay.
documentation.
I'm good.
Okay. And John Healy, the fourth, permit number 275, he also didn't receive the mailing and he said he didn't receive the email. So but he has all the proper documentations and it was approved as far as the Bay Constable.
They're okay. There's no issues. You good?
Fine with
Yeah.
it?
Does not make an issue where there's no issue.
And Matthew Barber, permit number 175, the same thing, he said he didn't receive it in the mail. And he has all the proper documentation submitted now,
Seems to be a common theme here.
with these few ones, yes. But some of them have changed their email and didn't let us know, so that would be the other thing.
Oh,
Are you making notations on the file that they were late in renewal so
Yes.
that next year when they say, I didn't get it again,
Always.
Can you send out an email? Can you put read receipt, basically?
I
and
put
let-
re-receipt, and then sometimes when they do tell me that they didn't receive the mail, I find the actual email that I sent and I resend it, and then they acknowledged it, so I say there that they received it.
Sometimes people get overwhelmed,
Yes.
you know, and it just, it happens. You know,
Yes,
you get-
they said it's because we send them out in August, and then they have such a long time, everybody puts off.
Right.
This is the dog ate my homework hour. We always have that.
Buried in all the spam.
This is normal.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, email's been
Dog does eat
ruined.
my homework.
Line for 20 years. Forget totally, right?
Last one.
And the same thing with Stephen DePola, permit number 176. He didn't receive it in the mail, but he did submit it with all his proper documentations as well. And John Magino, permit number 271. And these are all approved by the Bay Constables pending your approval.
I'm good with it.
I'm fine with them.
Thank you, Shakira.
Thank you.
It's a small percentage of the total, right? You know,
Yeah.
All right.
Thus far.
Yeah.
Now I see we got a gigantic exec session here. Anybody got anything else here? We had walk-on, we had all kinds of stuff today, huh?
I'll make a motion to close the work session.
Okay, so there's a motion, there's a second. All in favor to close the work session and go to executive session? All in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Okay. Right.